a deep understanding of the human body and its intricate functions. But her journey doesn't stop there. She has also pursued an LLB, showcasing her dedication to learning those across disciplines. Adding to her diverse expertise, she is a Virashak in Kathak, a classical Indian dance form that demands precision, control, and grace in movement. Currently, as a mother to an inclusive 4-year-old and a student herself pursuing BL, she perfectly embodies the spirit of lifelong learning, something we all aspire to do. Today, Dr. Gauravi will be guiding us through an insightful session on human body movements, a topic that holds immense significance for those preparing for the CTET examination. So without further ado, please join me in welcoming Dr. Gauravi looking up.
So what is human body made of? Skeleton, muscles, bones, skeleton, muscles and organs. Yes. So human body is made of 3 things, which is skeleton or bone system,
ये तो सामने मत
the
लाइट चालू है
organs and the muscles which holds the body together. But what does this human body do? It helps us move. It lets us do motions, movements. Correct? So today we are going to learn a little more about the human body, the skeletal system and the movements of the human body. So this out here is a human skeleton. This is an adult human skeleton. Currently, the one you can see right now is a skeleton of a female, because here you can see a uterus and a child, which is absent in a male. Coming back to the skeletal part, how many bones are there in a small baby and an adult? Does anyone have any idea? Yes, adult is 206. And how many in a small child or baby? 300
हो गया ना
around 302. So approximately 300. Now why do we have 300 bones in a baby? They are all separate and they fuse over time. Why are they separate? So that they can ease in birth. The baby has to squeeze through a human body, so it is easier when the bones are soft and flexible and they are not joined, which is hard and firm. As the child grows, it comes down from 300 to 206 because a lot of bones fuse. Now, can everybody see the? Yes. Now, bones which are fused, bone band. Yes. Okay, so this is another. So currently we are just going to discuss the human body skeleton, and today as for the female we will now change it to a male. Okay, so there are a lot of joints in our body and some of them are fixed, which have no movement, just like the skull, because the skull bones already fuse over time and there is no movement. So that is a fixed joint. Next is a slightly movable joint. Can you all bend to your right? Yes. Which is your right? Please bend over. Can you all bend to your left? Yes. And who is letting you do those bending movements? Which joint? Which bone? Spine. So the spine is consisting of a lot of small bones. Total 33 vertebrae. Alright? And This is a slightly movable joint. But now come to the rest of the body, which has a lot of movement. Can you nod your head into a yes? Can you nod it into a no? Yes, we can. No, we cannot. And can you rotate your arms? Anu, can you show rotating your arms? Yes. As if you're a Jasprit Bumrah, a fast bowler. Yes. So he is rotating his arms. Can you fly like a bird? Yes. So all of these movements are movable joints. Alright? Now movable joints are into 4 to 5 types. There are more, but we will focus on 4 or 5. The first is the ball and socket joint, which is your shoulder joint, also your hip joint. Why? Because he just displayed Arnold. See, it is going all the way back. So it is freely movable in all directions. Can you again depict just my Bumrah? Yes. So he can. So can the little friend out here. Now, this is a ball and socket joint which moves in all directions. There's lot of movement. The next is a hinge joint. Hinge joint is something that you have seen normally, but it moves in only one direction or in one plane, to be more precise. Can you think of examples apart from this? Yes, so the elbow joint and the knee joint, these are hinge joints. They move in one direction. Another live example is like the door. It moves only in one direction. Correct? It cannot swing two ways unless we are doing some adjustment to it. And now, the last is the pivot joint. Now, pivot is at your neck. Can you do any yoga pose of rotating your head? Can you do it? Yes. Everybody will do it on the count of 1, 2, 3. Now can you do it anti-clockwise? So it is restricting it, but it is only rotating in one plane. It's only rotating in its spot. So that is a pivot joint. It is your neck joint. Alright? And last is the gliding joints, which are basically your fingers. So here all the small bones are together and they are gliding over each other to play a piano or a flute or shake hand and run in a scene. So this is the human body. We have today learned about the bones and the joints. Of course there are internal organs, etc. But we will go on to that some other time. Are you all happy with your bodies? Yes. You should be, because God has gifted you a lot of range and motion with the skeleton that you have. And the best way to protect it is nourishment, exercise, and taking care of your bones and your structure. Are you all going to do it? Yes. So can we just have a recap? How many bones are there in the human body? 206. How many bones are there in a small baby or a child? 302. 302 or around 300. Correct. How many joints are there in the human body? 4 that we have studied today. There are more than that. And the first joint, which gives you all direction, is the ball and socket joint. The next joint is the hinge joint, which is only single plane movement. The third is the pivot joint, which rotates around its own axis. And the fourth one that we studied is the gliding joint, where you use your fingers or your wrist. They're all tiny, tiny, and they are together. They move together in synchronization to give you these beautiful movements. Alright, so you all have fun. I hope it helps. Yes.
Director is taking the direction.
We will now have a quick activity over your phone. I am sharing with you a small questionnaire. It will hardly take you 2 or 3 minutes. Less than 5 is always appreciated.
Somewhere audience.
Already how many questions are there?
So 33.
So students will just go through it and whatever you can answer it.
There are answers below. So it's a MCQ document. It's for your reference to the CTET examination. There are 33 questions in it. You can try solving it yourselves. If you are not able to do it, you can refer to the answers attached in the rush. Alright. Thank you so much, Dr. Karthi. May I now invite Dr. M. Ansari.
आप जाओ मैं दो शुरू करना My dear students, so we have started our science math club activity. I appreciate the efforts taken by the students from whichever club, whatever activity you are doing. Try to see that within 15 minutes you are in a position to complete the things. Now the answering part, what she is mentioning, that you can do later on also. You please continue the thing once the activity will get over. So first of all, congratulations to the Science Math Club for beginning the session of the Science Math Club. The only thing you need to remember that you should report before time. And what I mentioned in the beginning, that you should always keep a buffer of 2 to 3 days so that some discussion, what to do, what not to do, that can be taken care of. So if we will plan properly, we will definitely achieve what exactly we want to achieve. So with this, we have come to the end of the session. Where are the teachers?
From the race pocket.
Where?
Iron में वापस.
Where?